guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So today I have a massive pickups video for you. This is kind of everything that I've gathered over the past month or so. Everything ranging from video games to pop culture to some VHS tapes and some other really awesome little figures and just anything else that I found at these thrift stores, Goodwills, Facebook Marketplace stores, and just some awesome finds out there. So all of this stuff I'm very excited to show off, as I have just kind of been collecting everything on this table down here, and now it's time to sort through everything. So let's go ahead and see what I found. So of course, a lot of these items I found very inexpensive. A lot of these VHS tapes and everything else I found for less than $1. I got some bundle deals by buying more, and all of these games I scored for just a few dollars a piece as well. So some of these are kind of filler titles, and some of these are some pretty awesome things that have been on my list for quite some time. So one of the most exciting things that I found in this lot here, I actually scored at Goodwill, and I was shocked when I saw it, as it was in the costume section of Goodwill, so make sure you guys do not miss out on those. So a small little reference point, we'll go ahead and show off this VHS tape that I scored for less than $1. So this is Small Soldiers, one of my favorite movies growing up. These toys to collect for nowadays are just insane in the prices, and to find anything related to this movie is just so difficult to find. So along with this VHS tape, I actually saw this at Goodwill. So here it actually says Halloween on it. It was $2.49. So this is the Field Command Center from Small Soldiers. So this thing is so cool. I saw this and I immediately knew that it had to go with Small Soldiers. And I was very thrilled, as this is so cool. So of course, batteries go in the back here. You just go ahead and press this and you talk into it. You have this little handle that you can go ahead and carry this. Just kind of put it on your shoulder. So this is really awesome, and I'm just thrilled because this thing actually still works. So of course it says EMO, Nick, Link, Kip, and it has this volume on here. Field Command Center, Small Soldiers is written all over it. So this thing is so cool. And it says Talking Field Command Center. It requires 3 batteries. They're AA, and it says $19.98. So to go ahead and find some of this stuff is just so awesome. This will look great upstairs somewhere in my little room that I have just dedicated to toys and some other games. So I'll definitely have to find some of these figures. Of course, every vintage toy store that I've been to, they have some of these figures, and they do go for a crazy amount of money. So maybe next time I go into one of these stores, I'll find them for such a great deal. Then on to some more finds. I actually decided to start collecting some of these VHS tapes that I had when I was younger. So of course I went for a set here, and I am missing several of them, so I'll have to try and find more. But I saw all of these Land Before Time VHS tapes. I love this movie growing up. Pretty much all of these. So we have Land Before Time. We have the Land Before Time, The Great Valley Adventure. We have the Land Before Time 3, The Time of the Great Giving. The Land Before Time 4, Journey Through the Mists. We have the Land Before Time, Journey to Big Water. And then I found some other VHS tapes along here as well. Then I found this VHS tape. We have Digimon Digital Monsters. This one says Meet the Digimon, Introductory Video. So this is only about 6 minutes or so long, but I thought that this was pretty cool. It says all of this stuff on this right here. It says 7 kids away at summer camp are unexpectedly transported to the digital world of File Island. The inhabitants of this strange island are Digimon, or digital monsters. So this is actually pretty cool, and it says, yeah, it says right here, running time is only 6 minutes. Then on to this one right here, this VHS tape, we have the Batman Superman movie. So this one, I was pretty excited to find this. So a lot of these I have not seen in some time, so this is from 1998 as well. And then we'll go ahead and mix some things up before we get on to some more movies. I actually have some of these games here, kind of jam-packed. We have some more so filler titles. I'm not really too sure how they play. On the PlayStation 2, we have Catwoman. We have Jeopardy. And we have Aragon. So a lot of these I did not have. I figured I'd just add them to the collection as they are complete and in pretty decent shape. Then on to some PlayStation 3 games. We have this MAG game. It says, massive action first-person shooter in an ever-changing global war. Climb the ranks and gain the experience needed to own the battlefield. We have BioShock, which I did not have this one for the PS3, but I do have it for the Xbox 360. And then this one we have Michael Jackson The Experience for the PlayStation 3. Then on to some Xbox games. We actually have this loose disc of Rally Sport 2 Challenge. We have this one, which is one of my favorites. We have SSX on Tour. I love the tricky game. I love this series, the snowboarding, just all of this stuff where you just kind of do some massive tricks and just have a good time with these. Then on to this Namco Museum, kind of a compilation style for the Xbox. It says the Xbox video game system is getting the classic treatment as an all-new Namco Museum hits home with the retro gaming goodness that this series is famous for. Only now it's bigger and better than ever, so we have Dig Dug, Miss Pac-Man, Galaxian, Pole Position 2, Galaga, Pac-Man, another style Pac-Man. So this just kind of has all of these different games kind of jam-packed. Then this Heroes of the Pacific. Join the great pilots of the Pacific. We have some Forza Motorsport, which I love this back in the day. Better than Gran Turismo 4. Then we have this Burnout Revenge, another fun game that I loved playing back in the day. Then on to some Xbox 360 titles. We have Tomb Raider, which is a classic. I love this entire series here. Some Saints Row 2. And Battlefield 4. Then on to some Wii games. Some of these are kind of filler titles, like Littlest Pet Shop. We have Real Heroes Firefighter, which I don't know anything about, but it seems like an interesting style game, kind of an interesting concept. Then some Ski-Doo Snowmobile Challenge. This you draw, but this one is SpongeBob SquarePants for Nickelodeon. And then North American Hunting 2 Extravaganza. Then I saw some of these movies at the thrift store. So here we have The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, the complete series. This is the second disc. So I'm hoping if I keep going back, maybe I'll find some more. It does have several episodes on here. So I'm hoping that I can find disc 1, maybe disc 3, and see how many are actually in this set. And then some Sonic Underground. Dr. Robotnik's Revenge. So I thought that this was actually pretty cool to have in here, and I was very thrilled because I just love these old style cartoons, some of these classic ones right here. Of course, you can't beat Mario and Sonic. And then speaking of Mario, I finally completed this little figure right here. I was looking for Mario since I already had Luigi. There are some others from the movie, but this will definitely go great with some of the other Mario figures that I have. So of course we have this Mario figure from the movie, that wonderful movie that they have. So this is actually really cool. This will go great alongside Luigi, as now I can go ahead and kind of have the two together. Then on to some other games that I found at a thrift store. So here we actually have this Weapon Lord for the Super Nintendo. I heard really good things about this kind of beat 'em up style game, so I'm very thrilled to try this one out. And then, of course, some of these common titles. We have some RBI Baseball. And this is also RBI Baseball. We have RBI Baseball 2. RBI Baseball 3. Then we have the Super Off-Road. Then at the thrift store, I love checking out the bags that they kind of have over by the toy section. So I was pretty thrilled as I saw this in there. This is newer, but this is kind of modeled after those retro style Space Invader games. This was only $2.99, and I think that this was half off. So this right here is actually really cool. I think it was from 2016, but of course it's modeled after 1978. And this thing still works, so I was pretty thrilled to find this. I can go ahead and put this in my retro corner, and I was already actually playing the game on here, as it still has the batteries in there, so this is pretty cool to find. And then on to some of these other things that I found at a little yard sale kind of flea market that I had never been to before. So I actually saw these, and these were all in a bag here. So of course, we have this little McDonald's figure from 1988. This little chicken nugget. And then we also have all of these right here. We're actually missing one of the four. So these look like little toppers of some sort. So of course these are these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle little toppers. And it says 1991 on them. So of course we are missing one. So I'll have to try and complete this. But I thought that these are pretty cool, and these will go great on my little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shelf upstairs. And who knows, maybe I'll find one. So it says candy on here. So it looks like they would have been part of these little candy toppers. Of course it says Raphael, Leonardo, and then of course we have Donatello. So we'll have to try and find another one to complete the set. And then these figures that I saw, these are actually really cool. And I was pretty thrilled to see them. So these are these little changeables from McDonald's. So of course you just go ahead and just kind of morph them. So instead of it being an ice cream cone, it actually changes out. So these are from 1990, and there are quite a few of the same ones in here. Then of course we have this one as well. And then we have this little Big Mac. So everything just kind of pops out. So those will definitely be pretty cool shelf fillers. And then I saw this, and since I am on a little bit of a Nickelodeon kick at the moment, I saw this, and it was bundled just for a couple dollars. So of course we have some Rugrats stuff right here. We have the crib, we have this little high chair, and then of course we have this little figure. Just a few dollars, so I figured that it would go great because I recently picked up some Nickelodeon VHS tapes. So of course we have Rugrats in Paris the movie. So this one was one that I remember back in the day. And of course I'm just going through trying to collect everything that I had from back in the day. And then of course creating some little shelves upstairs to go ahead and showcase everything that I have been finding. Then of course onto this VHS tape we have Rugrats Runaway Reptar. So this one is another movie, and this will be pretty cool to have with that as well. Then of course I found two of these Rugrats movies. So right here this is Nickelodeon Presents the Rugrats Movie, and it says bonus short from Cat Dog. So very fitting here. And then some other Nickelodeon stuff. We have Nickelodeon The Wild Thornberrys Movie. So I also love this cartoon back in the day as well. I just love pretty much anything that was on any of the cartoon channels. So I just loved watching them. And then on to some Power Rangers. So we have Power Rangers Time Force, The End of Time. And speaking of Power Rangers, I actually went into a thrift store near me, and they had two of these magazines right here, these Disney Adventures, Power Rangers the movie. So I figured I would get this one. It says August of 1995, and I just love looking at all of this. It kind of shows you all of these old style jeans where they're real loose fit. It just shows all of this cool stuff in here, all of these cartoons, these ads. Some of the video game ads in these little magazines are probably the best. You have all of these Tiger electronic handhelds. You have all of these Genesis games, these Nintendo style games, just everything. And looking at all of this stuff is really sweet. Just kind of going through all this, it definitely brings you back in time. As you can see what was on TV at the time, what was kind of hot. And then of course right here, this one has Now You Can Eat Dirt on the Road. Trust No One, Play It Yourself, Earthworm Jim. I just love the artwork style that's on here. And then even the back, it has this little X-Men style overpower card game that was pretty big back then. And then we have this one. It says Disney Adventures Power Rangers Return. How to do almost everything better, and all of these other little things on the front. This one's from September 1994. And this one also has tons of these ads. This one even has video games, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the video game. The Super Nintendo cart features 5 teenagers who morph into Power Rangers in the 16 meg scrolling action adventure game. So this is pretty cool. And of course there's tons of other stuff kind of shown in here as well. You have Disney's Chippendale Rescue Rangers, some other comics, cartoons, and then right here it says you can earn prizes or cash. It has a Sega Genesis up here. It has the Sega Game Gear. It just has all of this awesome stuff from back in the day. And each one of these that I went through in the store is just so awesome. Right here it says Disney's Aladdin. You can even get this video of D2 the Mighty Ducks. There's some more Genesis ads in here for Double Dragon. All of the different characters on here for the Genesis, the Jaguar, and for the Super Nintendo. Just really cool to see some of these old style ads in these little magazines. Then at the thrift store I found some more stuff. I actually saw this really cool Marvel item. This says the X-Men's Jean Grey limited edition laser cell limited edition of 500. So this is an officially licensed Marvel Comics product from 2003. Then they had some of these really cool books. So I have Pokemon. We have Pokemon 2000 the movie. One person can make all the difference. So I thought that this was really cool, and it even has some images from the movie itself. So I thought that this was a great addition. And then some of these other books here. So of course we have Charizard Go, we have Night in the Haunted Tower, and Attack of the Prehistoric Pokemon. And then even this little Noid figure, so Yo Noid. We have this little annoying little creature here. And then I saw this down the cake aisle in the Goodwill, so I was pretty excited to find this one. As right here we actually have this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cake pan. So now if I decide to actually use this, this is from 1989, so this is really cool. I'd love to get those little mini cupcake, kind of mini cake ones. Those would probably be a lot easier to make. And then I found this recently, so I wanted to include this. This is Ready to Rumble Boxing. Love this on the Nintendo 64 back in the day, so I had to add another promo pin to my set. Then, both at Goodwill and 2 different Goodwills, I actually found both of these Flintstone glasses from McDonald's. So these were actually pretty cool to find, and just a couple dollars, you can't beat that. It says the Flintstones and McDonald's on there. Kind of has like this little bone here for the handle. They remind me of those Batman cups, so I definitely had to add both of these. Then I was pretty excited to go into my thrift store, and I found some actual Tamagotchis. These are both Tamagotchi Connection. So I thought that these were pretty cool. This one says Punk, it says Bad on it. This one just kind of has these bright color designs. And apparently these actually talk to one another, kind of connect. So I thought these were actually pretty cool to find, and for a good deal on all of that. Then these little Pokewalkers right here. So these are for the Nintendo DS 2009 Nintendo. They had both of these too. So I was pretty thrilled to find all of this at the same thrift store. And then the last pickup that I found was actually on a Facebook Marketplace find. And it had this guy right here. We have Captain America, but I don't really know what this actually is. So, wasn't really too thrilled about this. But what I was thrilled about were all of these statues that were included. So here, these are part of a collector's edition, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So you have Marvel and Capcom characters. So of course we have Iron Man. We just have these awesome kind of crossovers with everything. and each one, these two kind of match together, and then these two kind of match together. So this is just so cool. I'm just so glad that I have a mix of these Marvel and Capcom characters here. So I'll definitely have to find shelves for all of these. And I got these for $15 or so for the whole set of the statues, and then whatever that bonus little Captain America little figure is. So I was very thrilled to add all of that to the game collection, and the statue collection, the VHS collection, everything else that's in here. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this pickup here. Was there anything that you would have picked up if you saw it as well? Just let me know in the comments below. Which item did you like the most? Was it that really awesome Small Soldiers item that I found in the costume section? Was it that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cake pan that I found? Was it all of those statues, the Tamagotchis, the VHS tapes, the Rugrats and Nickelodeon stuff? What did you like best in here? Just let me know in the comments below. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.